G'day folks, it's Dragon from Aussie Survival in conjunction with Survival HQ. Going to attempt to make some charcoal briquettes. So I talked in the old time and found a recipe for it, hope it works. But first off, we've got just raw charcoal out of our fireplace here, and you can see there's a lot of ash in it. Still on the charcoal and impregnated through it and all that sort of stuff. So that's after I sifted a lot of the wood ash out of it for another project. Now, part of the recipe requires water to be used, and I certainly don't want any of this wood ash reacting with the water in the recipe, causing problems. So what I did was, the old tank filter I salvaged, towards some of the charcoal into that and just hosed it down and cleaned it, hosed all the ash off it. So it's looking pretty clean. This is made from ironbark, which is a native Australian hardwood, and you can see there's a few impurities in it, but once I crush it down, I'll show you that later, put it through the sifter. The recipe requires very fine charcoal powder, so we'll go through that later on. So that's the main thing. Looks still a little bit of ash in there. I might give that another hose down actually. So that's it, washed charcoal for making charcoal briquettes. I hope works. See you soon. Let's just say some coarse ground charcoal out of this jar. What I'm doing is sifting it to make finer charcoal, just like that. And that's some of the stuff we're getting. Okay, this is another project. Of course, we know charcoal's used for many things. This one I want to use to make charcoal briquettes for wood heaters, wood stoves, even camping if you wanted to. So basically what I'm doing is to grind it down. Just got an old pillowcase here, cotton one. Put in coarse charcoal in there, grinding it down with a rolling pin till we get the results of what's in this jar. Then I'm just sifting it to get the finer particles out, which is what I want. Any larger particles that aren't going through the sieve, well, I just put it back in the bag and grind it down again. So we'll see how we go. See you soon. Well folks, find a more efficient way to powder this charcoal. This Dragon wasn't too impressed with me using a rolling pin. So what I've done is put the charcoal in the same old cotton bag down in the corner, just wrap it and just beat the crap out of it on this ironbark stump. That reduces, breaks down the larger chunks. And then get the hammer or a mallet, use a rock or a hardwood piece of timber to either beat it or use as a type of ramrod like this, and just beat it down. Much more efficient way than using a rolling pin, and it keeps me out of trouble. Just like that. This charcoal and made from burning iron bark, which is a native Australian hardwood. That's feeling pretty good. Okay. Put it through the sifter. So we only want the fine particles. Give it a bit of a shake up. Still some big particles in there, but put it through again. Put those through again and beat the daylights out of it. That's the finer charcoal powder there, just what you want. Quite fine. Okay, back soon. Okay folks, just trying a little experiment here with homemade charcoal briquettes. Basically the ingredients, you can see in that there is powdered charcoal, hardwood charcoal from our fireplace. That takes quite a bit of work and effort. There's a lot of preparation work that needs to go into this before you even start combining ingredients. Now the charcoal powder itself, you need some sort of binder. So what I'm using is just pure corn flour and water. Then mix it up in a bowl. The water and the corn flour first, so you get a very thick consistency, and then just add your charcoal powder and mix it in till you get roughly this type of effect. Okay, so it's thick enough to pour into molds, or once it cools down a bit more you can add a little bit more if you want to mix it, make the mixture drier. If you want to roll it around in your hands or shape it with your hands. Now some of the molds I'm going to use is that one. For larger briquettes I'll use this instrument here to make smaller ones, and hopefully I can use this baking tray to make another size again. So very simple recipe, there's no artificial junk in it. It's very safe, there's no flame enhancers or any other chemicals added. It's just pure charcoal, powdered charcoal, corn flour and water. You can use, I believe you can use wheaten flour, but for the purpose of this video I'm just using corn flour to see how it turns out. Now once you put it into the molds, and we're in our winter here, it's going to take quite a while for it to dry out and harden, so we'll keep you updated on that. So that's cooled down quite a bit. I might throw a bit more charcoal on just to make it a bit drier so it's easier to mould, and we'll see how we go. Okay folks, these are the charcoal briquettes. It's been about 3 days since I put them in the moulds, and I've had to dry them out in front of our wood fireplace here because of the weather we've been getting. The day I made them, I had about a day of sunshine, so I stuck them outside and start the drying process on them. And once they were dry enough, I took them out of the moulds and put them on an old cake stand or wire grate, whatever you want, to let the air circulate around them much better, to help them dry out. So these are quite hard actually. They're they're rock hard on the outside. So I'll let them dry out for a couple of more days in front of the wood fire, and another video I'll do a burn test on, because I want to make another lot, another batch using different ingredients, and see how I go with it. So we've got 3 sizes here. That's the big ones, little balls here, and some smaller cubes here. So to light these, I'm not sure until I do a burn test. You may need a primary source of flame to get these going. It's usually quite often the case with just charcoal pieces in campfires and that sort of stuff. But we'll see how we go, and do a burn test. I'll do another video on that once I've made up another batch with using a different recipe. Okay, thanks for watching.